Welcome to Dublin, Texas. Home to about 4,000 people, Dublin is a very small town that's mostly lower-class homes with a couple older Victorian-style houses. Downtown is filled with small businesses, and one of the most popular and famous is the Dublin Bottling Works, where they make amazing sodas. Dublin is a very small town with a high police presence, which makes it feel so safe. The main road is lined with school flags, Go Lions, so the whole town really supports the kids in everything they do. Welcome to Dublin High School. It's a pretty big school for this small town. Every student loves their teachers so much because they care about their students like most teachers should. Dublin High School has close to 500 students and a 0% dropout rate, which is amazing. Dublin High School is also using technology within the classroom, which we'll see later. I am a tutor in the senior level English 4 with Mr. K, one of the most liked teachers at Dublin. Mr. K wants his students to bring their own likes and interests into the classroom, so he decorates his classroom with his favorite movies, bands, and more, through posters on the wall and assignments that he assigns. This classroom is very diverse, with the majority of students being female and Hispanic. Dublin High School has high standards for their students, with big projects due every 6 weeks. With the majority of high schoolers being Hispanic, teachers need to approach teaching different ways. In my English 4 class, one student barely speaks English, so Mr. K allows him to wear one AirPod that can translate what is being said for him to better understand what is happening in the classroom. This is the textbook that Mr. K uses from time to time. It contains smaller literary works like Shakespeare. When the class was reading Macbeth out of this textbook, Mr. K would show clips of different movies of this book to allow students to gain a better understanding of what they are reading, because most students don't comprehend Shakespeare. Additionally, Mr. K uses his whiteboards to the students' advantage. He writes the objectives for each day on the board so his students know what is going to be covered. Moreover, he writes the assignments up on the board so students know what they will need to complete by the end of the week to be turned in for a grade. One cool way that Mr. K gives quizzes is by a whole classroom quiz, where he asks the students questions out loud and calls on students who know the answer, and if they don't, they can always phone a friend. I think this is a great way for students to gain better understanding of the material being taught than just memorizing it. Dublin has technology in the classroom, which can make English 4 so much easier. Each student is allowed a laptop when needed, with a Google Doc account for the student to use for essays or presentations, so they can access it from anywhere. My tutee is called Z, and she is a senior at Dublin. She enjoys her agriculture classes the most, but does enjoy Mr. K's English class. She enjoys learning through auditorial learning, so while we work together on proofreading essays, we read the essay out loud and fix issues along the way. Z is a very fast learner who wants to do better in the class. She has said that working together on fixing essays or projects has helped her tremendously. She has had a hard time in the past with grammar and spelling, so we tend to focus on those while writing essays. I have brought her some great websites that she can use when something isn't going right while writing. With allowing students to have access to computers in school and in-class time to complete projects, it benefits those students in the community who might not be able to afford to have a computer at home. The school is allowing students to learn through this method of teaching, which can benefit them in their future education or future careers. Having technology in the classroom really helps the 21st century learning. Dublin is pretty advanced when it comes to technology in the classroom, and that shows how much this community cares about their education of their students. Dublin High School was an amazing experience that I am so thankful to be able to have.